Hi, I'm Austin with the Jax Local Radio Show. Tonight's guest is the gorgeous Holly Emerson. Let's get it.
And you're now tuned in to the Jax Local Radio Show. Jax Local Radio Show. Jax Local Radio Show. Jax Local Radio Show.
All right, welcome to the show, Holly.
Thank you.
Alrighty, let's get this started. So, start off with tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised in Jacksonville, where Leonard Skinner's from. Everybody likes that. I grew up wanting to dance, but never really got the chance to, like the songs. I went to clown school because I loved people and just interacting with people, making people happy, laugh, and making people smile.
That's what I'm talking about.
I went to clown school for many years, but in order to pass clown school and go into clown college, you have to pass everything, and I could never juggle. I just could never get. So I wanted to go to. There's a clown college in Gainesville, the one that Steve-O from Jackass went to.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be a ringling clown, but I couldn't because I couldn't juggle.
Damn.
But every year we still go to the train and pick them up, like pick the ringling clowns up, or not anymore because they don't have the circus anymore. Ringling's out of business. But we used to go pick them up from the train and like run their errands for them and take them to get groceries, take them to eat, just have fun. And then when we'd go to the circus, we would get to go down and see like all the cool stuff, see where they kept the animals, and it was really cool.
I had no idea. Never been to a circus. I did not know any of that.
Yeah. It's an art from the heart.
Definitely. Things that you you had thought maybe you'd experience going into it, like any hopes that you had, like when you first got into like dancing and things. Yeah.
Well, my first like visions of dancing was very glamorous, and my sister danced, and she had so many Rolexes. I thought they sold them at Walmart.
Yeah.
She had different cars, and we would go on dates with customers, and they'd bring me to, and they'd buy me stuff, and they were always so nice. And she would have actual like diamond bracelets, and she was just so beautiful. And every night when she would come home from work, she would dump her purse out, and it would like cover the floor, and we'd sit there for hours just counting money. And
Lucky.
it was cool. She got to do a lot of cool things.
Yeah, no.
So I wanted to do it too.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm sexy and I know it.
So like, what about some like myths or like some like true and false things that like,
Oh, gosh.
stigmatisms that go behind like being a dancer?
Well, everybody knows about like the drug use or the, kind of being skanky or just being like a bad person, but that's not always true. I mean, there's things that happen, but that's not, that's very few and far between, just like anything. I mean,
Yeah.
one bad person can ruin it for everybody, but if you have an open mind and you hear a story or two, I mean, that's just that one instance. It's not all the time.
What's one of the funniest things that's happened to you while on the clock? Like you're working your night and then,
Well, I heard this one story about a girl that was like going on the drug use thing. She was in the bathroom with a big thing of some kind of drug, and they kept calling her name on stage. So she just shoved it right in her like her bottoms and ran out and got on stage, and just immediately went to doing some crazy pole trick, and it went everywhere. Like they had to get a broom and a dustpan and like stop and like sweep it off the stage. It was like this really happens. It was nuts.
Throwing money instead of getting it thrown at her. All right.
Well, it wasn't money, but
Yeah. What is one of like the, I guess more like scariest or like craziest things that's like, you know, wasn't too funny, but like that you've personally seen?
Scary stuff?
Yeah, like
Oh.
you know, like a bad breakup, ex comes in, like things that you've maybe had to deal with.
well,
Or
that
like,
yeah. I was thinking like when the cops come in, and that's
oh,
really scary.
I maybe
but-
want to touch on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we don't want to touch on that. No, yeah, when crazy boyfriends come in and
yeah,
they just show out, they'll throw stuff at the girl on stage, or I mean, just make a fool out of themselves and the girl, because then the girl's
Yeah.
crying, and it's just like, just don't do that, guys. Please don't. Like, just go home. Don't come to your girl's job, because would you want her to go to your job? No. So stay
Yeah, no.
home. Don't freak out. It's her job, and if you make her lose her job, then she's kind of bummed.
Yeah.
So don't act a fool.
Is there kind of like a, there's a little bit off topic, like a blacklist that they have, like that you know of for like
Supposed
strippers?
to. Yeah, it's supposed to be no boyfriends, no or girlfriends,
That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking
whatever.
about.
No, nothing like that in the club. Don't want your dad coming up there and acting a fool.
Yeah.
No, I don't care if what's going on at home. Don't have your dad come up and drag you off stage. It's not cool. It's embarrassing for everybody.
What if you get, you know, like let go from a place for something like that? Does that follow you to like if you try to get another job somewhere else? Does it go like that or?
Sometimes it can. Depends on what you get fired for. No, if there was, there's girls that get fired for trying to sell drugs. Don't be doing that. You're not a hood rat. You're not Cardi B. Stop. Like, this is not a rap song.
Yeah.
Stop selling drugs in the club. Have your boyfriend do it, okay?
Yeah.
Because it's not cute. It's not classy. Don't do
Yeah.
that. But, yeah, if they get fired for something crazy like that, or if they act a fool, if they get super trash and just, like, fall all over customers, or,
Yeah.
just be classy all the time, man. Because if you don't, then, yeah, they'll ask you where you work last, and
Yeah.
they might call, depending on how you do your interview, the next club you want to work at, and they might not hire you because you acted a fool.
Damn.
So.
What is your favorite place to get your outfits, or like how do you go into kind of like picking out an outfit?
Well, that goes on the girl's personality. A lot
Yeah.
of girls can't wear, if I've walked in the dressing room many times and the girl says, "Dude, does this look good?" I'm like, "On you it does, but I could never wear that." But,
Yeah.
some girls like the flashy stuff. Some girls like to look like a fishing lure. Some girls like to look like, like a redneck cowgirl or whatever. But
Yeah.
you can get stuff on Amazon. You can get stuff at any local shops and stuff. I get mine from Exotic Fantasies mostly because I was on their commercial, so I get a big discount. But but if you do go to any store, I think most of them in Jacksonville, and you tell the cashier that you're a dancer, they will give you a discount. So make sure you always do that. And it never hurts to ask anyway. So
Yeah.
You can do it.
So prep for getting on stage. I know there's probably a lot that has to go into like your
yeah.
night routine and things. Does it change from like week to week or night to night? Or
Yeah, it changes from day to day.
Day to day.
Yeah, because, you can do your natural look on Monday night and just, you should always have a little bit of concealer, some, like, blush or bronzer, lipstick, do something with your eyes. Go natural on Monday. You don't want to look like a drag queen on Monday. It's Monday. Come
Yeah.
on. But you want to, the latter part of the week, you want to look better.
Yeah.
So Friday night, you want to put your hair extensions in. You want to, get your nails done bright. You want to put all that, full face makeup on. You might want to get a spray tan.
Yeah.
Put on your shiny shoes and just look like a runway model.
Is there like a sisterhood thing that goes on, or is it super competitive? Like, do you have a set group that like maybe you hang out with, like you guys go get your hair done and like hang out with theirs, or is it really
So,
like competitive?
It really
for the most part?
it's kind of cliquey. It's like high school.
Yeah.
Back there, there's girls that and it's real obvious too. Like there's a group of little girls that will go out to sushi and go
Yeah.
hang out with each other's families and stuff. I kind of hang out with not hang out with everybody.
Yeah.
Because my sister gave me a lot of advice when I started dancing. She said, don't ever hang out with these girls. Don't, not
Yeah.
outside of here, because you're not all in it for the same reason most of the time.
Yeah.
But you can have friends, just don't trust them.
Yeah.
Not like they're terrible, not like we're terrible people, but you don't really know them.
Yeah.
But,
Keep them as close as you can.
But I'm nice to everybody. I try to help everybody out. I walk around, like, anything you need eyelash glue, you need an outfit,
Yeah.
you need super glue for your shoe, I'll help you out with whatever you need.
All right, let's go in the kitchen and see what's cooking.
We got Austin here. What are you cooking today?
Some honey barbecue chicken with basic herbs and spices. Alrighty, welcome back. Here we have Holly. So, what are some pros and cons to the business?
Well, some pros would probably be like all the opportunities that you can gain from dancing, the exposure. A lot of girls are all into social media and stuff now, so gaining followers and fans and publicity from that is, I guess, very important. I don't care about none of that stuff. I use the internet for cat videos, but and then you can travel. There's strip clubs all over the world. I've been to some in different countries. I've traveled. I've been to Japan, France, Germany. I've been to strip clubs New York, California. There's real good ones in Miami. I've danced in probably all of them. I wouldn't say all of them, but I've definitely danced in a lot in Florida. But just the opportunities. It's a great money-making opportunity, obviously, but you can work when you want. You show up when you want. You have no schedule. They really don't even have to know your real name. But and then you can do other things. You can go to school. You can say you go work in Miami or something, and you go to work at night. Then the next day you have to go to the beach or something all day, or go.
Yeah.
You can really go anywhere with it.
And
Cons would be probably you deal with a lot of people you don't want to. You definitely get all bruised up. Your legs get bruised up, and that's very unattractive. It's hard mentally, let alone physically. You have to have some kind of strength. To do anything on the pole or on the stage, or to, contort your body in special ways. It's very uncomfortable and painful, and doing it for long periods of time, it wears on your body a lot. But the mental part of it is just as bad too. You get called names, and even in public, when someone finds out that you're a dancer, it, can hurt your feelings a little bit. So it kind of sucks.
So kind of touching base on when you're talking about, dancing the pole and stuff, do you, for you at least, or do you know of people, do they have a pole at their house that they practice on? How do you get those hours in to get that confidence to go on stage and be able to do that?
Yeah, there's a lot of girls have poles in their houses, or they're pole instructors themselves, or they go to pole classes. So now they're popping up everywhere. There's little pole studios everywhere. Your body will adjust to the muscles, because it's not normal muscles that you use, really. Unless you're climbing trees all day like monkeys. But just your upper body strength has to really be fine-tuned to be able to do most of those tricks. But once you start trying to do them, your body will adapt, and you'll be able to do them.
That's awesome. What's a crazy personal experience you had, something that happened to you while you were at work, just you,
well,
that you can talk about?
Yeah. Well, of course, I won't say any names or places, but one of the worst ones probably. Luckily, the club had a shower in it, and the people were very nice. They tipped me very well after that. But I was doing a champagne room with a guy that I have done before. I knew him and his friend, and we were back there having a great time, and I didn't even notice that he was starting to feel a little odd.
Yeah.
And I think I was dancing with my back turned to him, and I turned around, and he threw up all over me. So that kind of ruined my night a little bit. That ruined my night just a little bit. But he paid me pretty well after that because he was pretty embarrassed.
Yeah, no.
So, but it was just a little because I had to walk through the club with that. So.
Damn.
You know.
Yeah, that's... So what are some career highlights for you? Like, like the major list of things that like really stand out.
Well, just modeling, man. I've got so many modeling opportunities. I've been in multiple, like Super Street Bike Magazine, Hot Bike Magazine, Cycle Source Magazine. I heard that I was in Playboy Slovakia.
Hold up.
Just like, and like events, you get to go places and just sit there and be hot. What's
yeah, no, I get it. That's wish I could get paid to be hot, but I'm not. All right. So let's talk about your music choice and your style. What is like your, is the music that you started, dancing to, has it changed and evolved and like over time, or have you always kind of stuck with the same like genres
That's a really
of music?
Good question. Well, before we get onto that, because I could talk about that for a long time. I've been in some music videos too. I almost forgot. Behind me, there's 2 or 3 that I've done in a couple commercials. I had a small part in a movie, stuff like that. But my music choice, I was taught by my sister to go for the people that were in the club that had the most money, which was usually a certain kind of person. So they would, even if they didn't like me as a dancer, they would still come up and tip me because they remembered what they were doing when that song came out, or just because it's a good, older classic rock song, and they're like, hell yeah, let's tip her just because, man, she's dancing that and she's young and blonde and right on, shit, okay. But I danced to just, I think, cool stuff like Leonard Skinner, Led Zeppelin.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just kind of groovy stuff. I don't really like the whole pop or rap stuff. I don't know how to shake my butt.
Hold up.
Not good at that.
Yeah, no, it's definitely unique. It's definitely a game changer when you think about it. So, your stage name, how did you go about getting that?
Well, I remember the first or second club I ever worked at. I think the first club, they didn't really even ask what my name was. But, because I was with my sister and she was so beautiful, they were just like, oh, just put her up with her. But I think it was the second club I worked at. The guys asked me what my name was, and I was like, I haven't really picked one yet. He said, you know who you look like? You ever seen this movie called Cool World? You look like Hollywood. That's what your name should be, Hollywood. So I've been Holly ever since.
That's awesome. So have you done any like big time like feature or like big time dance that really out there?
A couple years ago I had a big Florida tour, and I've gotten like super big gigs where they had my name in lights and advertised me for weeks, and even on the radio, and put my face on billboards and stuff. Like the same old pictures, but I just pulled up to a club one time and they had the whole spread. That was just the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Going from just a little girl starting out to my name in lights, and on big club flyers and big posters and the big club sign out front. I've gotten picked up in limos and little buses and stuff, and had my own little dressing rooms, and that was really cool. People would bring me outfits, and just have like little things set up. Like my cup you were asking about earlier, we got that from a convention that I danced at. I go dance at the porn convention in Miami, where we had a dressing room with a full spread of stuff, like, I mean, all kinds of food. We had our own Keurig, and
Yeah.
I mean, it was just awesome. Like, feature dancing is the coolest thing. So if anybody ever gets a chance to do it, you should definitely do it. And you can fly.
Can we
all
get
over
a
the
shot of
place.
that cup? We got to show this cup I'm talking about.
It's
It's
just a
like
plastic cup.
it's the official version of what you guys get your Starbucks, and it's like dishwasher
Well, but
safe.
it was full of like it was full of gift cards and
Oh,
candy
yeah.
and all kinds of stuff. So the people
Yeah.
from the XXX church,
Yeah.
they hooked us up. They took
That's
care of us
awesome,
in the
yeah.
dressing rooms. But yeah, anytime you could, if you ever get an offer to feature dance, definitely do it, because
Yeah.
it's one of those things, man. If you're gonna dance, you got to be a feature dancer, because they'll fly you all over the place.
That's like the I made it
Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
get your own dressing room, and you get to wear, like, I mean, I made my own costumes because I kind of know what, I'm really picky. But
Yeah.
I made my own costumes, covered lacy robes and rhinestones, and made my own little, things, made my own shoes. But yeah, you got to do it if you get the chance. Well, not you
Yeah.
personally.
Nah,
But
hey,
And you
I'm about to
girls
start
out
feature
there-
dancing.
And
So
I mean, just offers from the internet. You can get feature dancing offers from the internet, or
Yeah.
contacting a club. Contact the club and say, hey, I want to get into feature dancing. Will you host me at your club? And they'll advertise for you. And when you come out, I mean, every eye's gonna be on you, and it's just a really.
do
good
they
feeling.
have like send your portfolio, kind of see your work
Well,
before,
you
like if you call like
definitely-
whatever,
Yeah,
so you're like, hey, I got.
send them some pictures or
Yeah.
something. But I was, pretty fortunate. Like, I have,
Yeah.
a bigger name out there, so people wanted me to dance at their club. So
Yeah.
when I set up my Florida tour, it was really easy. And even for my birthday here, feature dancing, clubs contacted me. So I just kind of got to pick and choose which ones I wanted to go to, or looked at pictures of the club and say,
Yeah.
okay, this one's really nice, and this club will pick me up in a limo, or give me a nice room, and give me a dressing room, and give me
Yeah.
bottles of champagne or whatever. And what girl doesn't like all that? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Your little homie dog over here. Alrighty, and we're back. So, Holly, celebrities, have you danced for them?
Yes, I have. I've danced for quite a few. I can't tell you their names or where, but I have danced. I've seen quite a few. Yeah.
Some people that,
Most of them are pretty nice. Yeah.
yeah,
There were a couple that was like, man, you have all that money and you're not, but whatever. It's okay.
no
They
one's-
were all pretty cool.
they've never been like overly rude or kind of like
No.
you know,
No, they were all nice.
the touchy subject, dating, like
Oh.
how that goes.
It's usually kind of hard. You get, it's usually either or. I had one that was crazy. He would I'd be just dancing or I'd get off stage and go around and thank all the customers, and I would see him in the corner sitting there trying to watch me,
Yeah.
not saying, I'm like, why would you? And then he'd be all mad, like, I saw that guy touch you.
Hold up.
He didn't really, I don't let people touch me, so,
Yeah.
if somebody just happened to, grab me on the shoulder or something, that's not that bad, but, guys are so jealous sometimes. And then I've had good ones that, didn't care, but I'd ask them, do you think that you could handle me dancing? Because I'm not going to stop. This is what
Yeah.
I've done for a really long time, years and years, and I'm going to do it until I'm out of school. So is it going to be a problem? If it is, then you can just leave now and we can be friends. And most of them say that they'll be okay with it, and then they're not. But I've had one that was cool with it. He was really cool.
Yeah.
He didn't ever come in the club when I was working. I would go out with customers, to dinner and stuff, and he would never got mad, never said anything.
Yeah. So, tips and tricks to this stage. I know that there's obviously probably things that the normal I guess customer probably doesn't know about that goes
Yeah.
into those things
Yeah, there's little weird things that are kind of tried and true, things that you can do. I know some girls, I don't know what it does, but I've seen piles of baby powder in the dressing room. I guess they
Yeah.
put baby powder on their shoes before they put their shoes on, or they would hairspray their face so that way their makeup wouldn't rub off. But now we have all this, technologically advanced makeup, so
Yeah.
you can, spray setting spray on instead of spraying a can of white rain on your face or whatever.
Yeah.
And then now they have pole grip, because girls used to use, I can't remember what they'd put on their hands and put on the pole, but now they make pole grip, so you can do that. If you do a lot of pole tricks, you put it on like your arms and the insides of your legs, and you can do really cool pole tricks, because it's like,
Is it like a spray-on adhesive or like a lotion or something?
No,
or is it
it's
like a powder base?
I've never
or?
used it because I don't really do
yeah.
pole tricks, but it's just some kind of like gel stuff they put on
okay.
the insides of their arms and their legs, and then put it on the pole, and boom, you're a star.
Wow. No, I asked because I'm obviously a little bit, like powerlifting. We use powder and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like that, lifting rocks and things. That's cool. What is like a day-to-day kind of like outside the work, like experience? Like once you're not working and you're on like your normal kind of like outside life, what is that like?
Well, most girls have families or husbands or wives. Most girls go to school or have other jobs or are big family people. You have to keep yourself up a lot. I mean, you really have to maintain yourself. You have to do some kind of diet and exercise. You have to get some kind of sunlight, unless that's not your thing, but whatever.
Yeah.
Because the customers want a healthy-looking girl. They don't want someone that,
Yeah.
looks like they're sick. But then you have to keep up on your laundry. You have to wash all your outfits every time you work, because if you don't, then you're going to get sick. But, keep yourself clean, keep your house clean, your environment clean, because coming home every day and you're just going to, you're exhausted, you can't do all that stuff. So you got to dedicate a day or two a week just to keep all your stuff clean and to keep yourself sane, because you can't work every night. I don't care who you are.
Touching back on like, keep yourself clean and stuff like that so you're not like sick. Is that like, is every girl pretty good about, the sanitation of like their workspace and stuff like that? Or is that something that like you kind of worry about, like you don't know as you're going into it?
Well, that's a very good question. Most girls now will sit on something.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of clubs have like gown night where you wear a long, elegant gown, so you don't really have to worry about what you're sitting on.
Yeah.
But if you don't, and you have just like a bikini on with your, back exposed and stuff, you really should, if you don't already, sit on like some kind of bandana or a scarf or something, because there's such like, you don't know what's on that chair, and customers make fun of you. They're like, "Ooh, should I sit on one too?" You have pants on.
Yeah.
So you're good. We don't have pants on. We're half naked. So there's tons of germs. There's hundreds of people that come in every day to the club.
Yeah.
So I personally wash my hands every time I get off stage.
Yeah.
And because you're touching your face, you're touching yourself, you're touching other people, so you really don't want to spread any kind of nasty.
So we talked a little bit earlier about kind of like, what you're doing, like school and stuff like that. You had mentioned that. So like, what is like your goals or like things that you're working on for like the future outside of like dancing, setting yourself up?
Well, I always wanted to own my own strip club, and I've had some people, try to invest in me and help me do that. But I wanted like a big, beautiful show club. And that's kind of out of everyone's price range, of course. You can't just ask someone for $4 million off the bat. But but the smaller, I didn't want to start out with the smaller club because it's kind of dangerous. Like, with drugs and shootings and stuff, especially in Jacksonville, it happens almost every night. Yeah. But, I'm in school. I hope to become a nurse someday. And, well, I'm going to become a nurse someday, but I'd like to go all the way because I love school and become a doctor. But, managing or owning my own strip club is always in the back of my head.
That's awesome. Things that you wish you knew going into it, like things that you have now, like if you can go back or like, tell, I guess, people that are starting out, like what are some of those things?
Well, definitely being nice to each other. You have to be nice to each other. Don't start anything with any of the other girls, because it's a waste of your time, their time, the customer's time, the establishment's time. Just be nice. Keep your money touching you all the time. Like, have a little purse, and if clubs don't allow that, then rubber band it to your ankle, your wrist, or somewhere, but it needs to be touching you all the time. Don't ever set your purse down. I don't care if it's your best friend, for life, because what if she's talking to a customer and she looks away and someone else grabs your purse? Then all your money's gone that you worked for all night.
Yeah.
Also, classier the better. Your outfits are really what the customer sees first, so you really want to make sure that you have yourself going on.
Yeah.
You want to dance the slower or as slow as possible. If you think you're dancing too slow, you're not dancing slow enough. Because if you're dancing all crazy, you're just gonna get yourself sweaty and you just kind of look crazy.
So, getting towards the end of it, how can people like find you on social media or like follow you with those platforms and things like that?
I do have an Instagram, and you can look me up at Scooter Trash 10,000. I got the name because one of my ex-boyfriend's parents. I loved going to Daytona Bike Weeks.
Yeah.
I've been going since I was a kid, like on the Greyhound bus, and I'd sleep on the streets. I didn't care. I just loved it. Like always loved the crowd. And those clubs, man, you really feel like a star when you come out.
Yeah.
You come out and there's thousands of people and you're just dancing your little heart out, even though there's 150 other girls on stage with you. You feel like everybody's looking at you. But I forgot the question.
Why they call you?
Yeah. So
yeah.
the parents of the guy that I used to date, they'd always call me Scooter Trash. Like, you don't want that girl, she's Scooter Trash. So I just thought it was funny. Like,
Scooter, as in like
a motorcycle. Like
yeah, so
trash.
I guess it'd be derogatory towards a motorcycle. Like she's okay.
And then I have an OnlyFans page.
Yeah.
And you can look that up by I think it's /Hot Rockin' Holly.
All right.
And then I'm of course on Facebook under Holly Emerson.
Alrighty. Well, that wraps it up. So thank you
you
guys
for
for
having
watching.
me so much.
Yeah, that was
Thank you
great.
for watching.
Till next time. All right.
Yay!
And you're now tuned in to the Jax Local Radio Show. Jax Local Radio Show. Jax Local Radio Show. If you'd like to help support the show promoting local talent, please cash app us at $, Jax Local Radio Show. Duval!